All right, what's up guys? So it's Carlos. I am gonna start this video off with this car right here. Just pretty much customer issues, and also we did end up buying a Jeep that got delivered this week. So we're gonna check that one out, see if it actually runs and drives. If you follow me on this channel, I deal with a lot of cars. I have a car lot. I'm located in Tennessee, so if you're from out of state or anything like that, you can still contact me. You know, if you're in Tennessee though, and you have any questions as far as wanting to open up a car lot, hit me up, because I know most of the things here. It's almost the same for most places, but just hit me up, comment down below. I try to help y'all with anything that I know. And let me tell y'all about this customer though. So on this Chevy Equinox, we actually sold this about at about a month. The customer that bought it put $2,000 down, and then we set them up for $110 weekly payments, and it's back now as a voluntary repo. So here's a weird story with it. After 3 weeks of customer having it and going out of state twice, he went to I don't know where, but he traveled out of state. He told me he likes to travel, go visit family and stuff. That's fine. But after 3 weeks, he came and he told us that the check engine light came on, and he took it by AutoZone. They told him it was the catalytic converters, and it was going to be like $1,500 to get it fixed. And of course, you know, we sell our cars as is, but I told him I can probably get the parts a lot cheaper. So I think I ended up finding the parts for around, I think it was like $600. That was doing the parts and the labor, so it was going to save him quite a bit, because his original quote from his mechanic was about $1,500. So that's where we was at on this. He said he would bring it back so we can get those done. A week later, he calls me and he's like, hey, this car is just smoking a lot. I turned it on this morning. I was like, look, my mechanic's out, so we can't check it, but take it to your mechanic and see what they say, and I would try my hardest to help you. Legally, I don't have to. We sell them as is. I could tell them, hey, you're out of luck. But personally, I do try to help customers out as much as I can. So that's where we was at on this. He did also mention that the oil was a little low, and he had just gotten an oil change. So we topped it off for him, and as we can see, this was after driving it for about a week, so the oil level was actually pretty good. Really not sure what he meant about the oil level, but when he did bring it by and we first had to add oil to it, it was probably about a quart low. It's a Chevy Equinox, you know, but let me get back to it, okay? So he came in, well, he called me in the morning, said that the car was smoking pretty badly, and I told him take it to his mechanic. His mechanic checked it, told him that it needed spark plugs and the catalytic converters. I was like, okay, you know what, let me order them so he can get them put on. And then his mechanic told him that the engine is bad, which doesn't make much sense to me, because every time I've test drove it and when he has drove it, it really doesn't sound bad. But he did say that when he would start it in the mornings, it would smoke. So there's a cold start, and we're gonna see no smoke at all. So after his mechanic told him it would be like $2,500 to replace the engine, he said he just couldn't afford it, and he just wants to bring it back. I told him, bring it back, but I can't refund any of the money. He asked if I could help him out with another car. I told him I would give him a discount, $1,000 off any other car on the car lot that he's wanting to buy. But honestly, this thing sounds good. Like, I really don't know what the issue was. He said it was smoking, which just doesn't make sense to me. But I guess we're just gonna have to keep turning it on, driving it. The engine sounds good. There's no miss or anything. His mechanic did take the spark plugs out, and they were pretty bad. So the main thing I'm going to do on it now is going to be changing out the spark plugs, and also I'm going to be doing the oil change. Since he has drove it, he put about 5,000 miles on it in 1 month, so he did drive it quite a bit. But everything else seems good. Like ice cold AC, no check engine light for now. I'm sure it'll come on. It's got 131,000 miles. I mean, these Equinoxes are known to have, you know, engine issues, timing chain issues. It's just common. Like, I can't change that. It is what it is. But that's one thing I'm going to try to work on, and I'll just drive it a little bit more before I put another customer in it. But let's go check out this other Jeep that we got from the auction. So on this other Jeep, I have not done anything to it. It was delivered last week. Either last week or early this week. I've been out, so first we're going to check the damage. And I got a little stand here to put y'all at. Let me get this plastic off though. So just looking at this from pulling this off, I can see that they ended up hitting something like a deer, I'm guessing. I'm gonna show y'all what gives me that. I hate pulling this stuff off. It just leaves the sticky stuff all over. I would prefer if they don't use it, but I guess it does save some certain things, like when the car comes in with a busted glass, busted window, and they use this to cover it. I'm cool with that because you've got, you know, water that can get in there. But maybe they could use something different. This shit is just terrible. All right, so we're gonna check out the damage. Let me throw this over here in my trash pile. So this car is pretty clear what totaled it. You've got front end damage. It was listed as run and drive, but we all know that doesn't always mean it's actually a run and drive car. I don't know what's over that, but that is just nasty. Do have some dog hair. All right, so it's not the cleanest thing, for sure. It's got the keys. Battery's completely dead, which I'm not surprised at all. Back seems to be in good shape. Go ahead and pop the trunk and get this bumper out. Oh well. Sometimes if I'm lucky, they come with the parts all ready inside of the car. Let's see. And this one, I do know it has a bumper back there, so I'll put a jump box to it. All right, we should have some sort of power now. Ooh, this one's actually looks pretty good. So this will for sure save us some money. We've got let's see, we got the airbox parts. Brackets are broken, of course. This is broken, so we'll have to order those. But as far as the bumper goes, we've got that damage right there. So that's fixable for sure. That way we don't have to paint. And then as you can see, there's little hairs right there. So this was definitely, well, it definitely hit a deer. That's what I'm guessing. Now let's look under the hood. Yeah, there's no damage to the fender. All the damage is right here on the hood. And if I get lucky, I might be able to find the hood the same color. That way I don't have to pay anybody to do any paint work. But yeah, you've got something right there. All right, let's see what actually got damaged in here though. All right, so we've got, so that's the airbag sensors. This bottom piece, which is the shutter. It looks like the radiator was pushed back. Yep, okay, so we do have a damaged radiator right there. Cooling fan. You know what, honestly, I feel like I could go to pull apart and grab all of this, because I also have a Nissan Altima over there that was hit in the front, and it would be good if I get everything. It has oil, which is low. That's not a good thing, but there's no oil leaks underneath it. Let's see. And there's the little Ford Focus that we rebuilt on the channel. They're coming to make their payments. But okay, I mean, overall, no airbags blew, which is great. Looks like hood damage. We've got front radiator, bumper, a few of the plastics around the bumper. And honestly, I feel like I can go to pull apart and get most of these parts. So let me put this up. Yeah, I feel like most of these parts I can get them pull apart. I didn't want to make a trip. I used to make a trip at least twice a month. Here lately, I would just get to where I order the parts online. It's just a whole lot easier. Keeps me from having to go, but can save quite a bit of money if I do go. Because these parts can get expensive. They add up. Sometimes if I go to pull apart and I get the parts there, I can get a car rebuilt, pass inspection for like under $1,000. And most of the time when I order online, I think my average cost for repairs is like 15 to $2,000. So if I'm lucky and I find that hood in the same color, or I find a parts car, then I'm just lucky. But let's see if it'll start. I don't want it to run long because it has no coolant. But we can at least see if it'll start. It's got 129,000 miles. That's not bad at all. Started right up. It's not moving back. Okay, so that's not good. I don't want to leave it running for long. Let me go get some coolant. I'll add some coolant to it. And then I'm also going to go ahead and add some oil. It's not moving back. It sounds like the emergency brake is on. Don't know what that is, but all right, let me go get that coolant. Right, so we got some oil, and I'm just gonna add a quart of oil because it's not completely empty, but it is low. And then I'll be adding coolant. All right, see, the bad thing about cars that get hit in the front, and I have it happen a lot, so you do got to be careful with when you buy from Copart. So let's say this person right here was, you know, just driving, having a good day. Boom, they end up hitting a deer. The damage didn't really look too bad. However, I've had it before where they just keep driving. Like, customer just keeps driving. All right, now this is weird. This is not going on there. It's like it doesn't even belong. It's weird. Oh no, look at that. Okay, that's for the coolant. Dang, you can tell I'm tired already. There it is. I guess rookie mistake, but you know what? Nobody's perfect. All right, we got oil now. We're gonna put this bigger jump box to it, because right now it just seems like the emergency brake is stuck. Like it's not even trying to move. I know the radiator's busted, but I'll still add a little bit of water. Hopefully it'll hold it for, I mean, just long enough for me to start it and get this thing moved back. I guess since the radiator is busted, I'm gonna have to replace the radiator first before I actually order other parts. I don't want to be, see it's already leaking out from the other side. I don't want to order everything and pay for everything and then find out that, you know, the engine is bad, like that it got overheated, which is always a possibility, especially when you get a car with front end damage. There it goes, look, it's leaking out. Let's try to move this thing back. So the e-brake was definitely stuck. There we go, okay. Yeah, e-brake was just stuck. And with the other jump box, it actually started right up a lot better. 129,000 miles is not bad at all. Perfect for what I do actually. So I'll try to jump on Marketplace and see if I can find somebody that has a parts car one that I can just pull all the parts off of it. But it might just be a good idea to go to pull apart. I don't know, lots of options with it. It definitely ran better having both jump boxes, which makes sense. You know, these cars sit at the Copart auction for months. There's actually a Cadillac Blackwing that we've had our eyes on for about almost a year, I want to say. Like, it's to the point that if we end up getting the Blackwing, we're going to sell the Huracan and just register the Blackwing, because it's pretty much what we need and what we can actually daily drive or just enjoy a lot more. All right, that's where we're at with this car. So I don't know, let me check real quick to see what I paid for it. So this one I actually paid $2,500. My highest bid on there was $1,750 plus fees, transport. This one came from Nashville. So I'm in it at 25. I'm really gonna try to find the parts at Pull Apart, because if I can get the parts, maybe 600 bucks, I'll have to do the work myself. And if I can find them in the same color, I'll have maybe 32 to 35 in it. And that's not bad, because retail price on it is, I think it's like 8,500. So if I do buy here, pay here, I'll have 35 to 4,000 in it, and I'll just sell it for like 95 and do 12 to 1,500 down. But that's gonna be it, guys. Look, I deal with a lot of cars. I wish I could make a video about each one, but I can't. I'll try to make more short videos for sure. I do like making those. They're way quicker to edit. So got a few cars I'm gonna be rebuilding, so just subscribe, ask anything you want. I'm pretty honest, so just hit me up. I'll see you on the next video though.